tree chews your soul, feeds on muted cries. Flames lick the marrow bare, shadows gorge on fear. Step inside this festering pit, there ain't no leaving here. Strap your mask, it won't save you from the reek. Guns jam with rot, your screams grow weak. From mariners' bogs to tech-port splintered piers, the Deadlands flay you strip by strip, bathe in outlaw tears. Embers choke on blood and grime, the ramble's yours to roam. Die slow in this steaming grave, welcome home. Like in sun, I'll show you around.
Greetings YouTube, and welcome to the introduction and first chapter of my audiobook content, like, sub, bell, all that good stuff. Before we start though, something to know: this world is not our own. If it says someone sounds French, or is French for example, they aren't French. That is just what they look or sound like to our ears. The continents are different, but cultures shadow or sometimes run parallel to our own. With that, let's dig in. Book 1, Deadlands Between Cities. Introduction. The Lore of the Deadlands. In a world choked by dust and decay, the Deadlands sprawl a vast, forsaken expanse of a continent where humanity clings to survival amid the ruins of a shattered past. Once thriving megacities and towns now lie in rubble, their bones a twisted meld of medieval stone, industrial steel, and Art Deco elegance, all warped by time and a relentless fungal plague. This is no ordinary infection, but a parasitic nightmare. A fungus that nests in the brain, seizing the nervous system to turn the living into shambling horrors, shufflers, runners, howlers, and worse. Spread by bite, scratch, or spore-laden air, it thrives in the damp dark, recoiling from sunlight's touch. Its flammable tendrils a grim gift to those bold enough to wield fire. A world where all the fresh water is tainted, need to be purified before consumptions, and most animals fell to its grasp, leaving rodents and birds rare exceptions, while agriculture became a guarded treasure, hoarded by the few who salvaged livestock behind fortified walls. 18 walled cities rise from this wasteland, fragile bastions of order and chaos, each microcosm of human will born from satellite cities and town-like mining districts, industrial hubs, commercial cities, agricultural centers outside the megacities. Their aesthetics clash: Gothic arches buttressed by riveted iron, steampunk machinery humming beneath medieval spires, Art Deco facades glowing with gas lamps and neon scars. Between them stretch the Deadlands, littered with fortified outposts, trading hubs, labor camps, hunting grounds, where survival is bartered in bullets and blood. Weapons mirror the world's duality. Swords, bows, and shields endure alongside firearms, blending 1940s heft with modern sleekness, all forged for a war against the undead. Armor is practical yet ornate, industrial plates hammered with medieval flair, built to fend off bites more than blades. The Deadlands themselves shift. Dusty deserts of ruined cities, foliage-choked urban jungles, shadowed forests, mountainous regions, fungal-dominated swamps, all crawling with the infected. Shufflers roam in slow, mindless hordes. Runners hunt with canine cunning, herding their kin. Howlers shriek to summon death, and more the dark their domain, while daylight offers only a fleeting reprieve, a thinning of night's terrors. This is a world of endurance, where hope is a blade's edge and survival a dance with despair. Between cities 4 Valmontaigne and 8 Calderon in the center of the continent, amidst the dust and the dead, a story unfolds, not of heroes, but of those who claw through the abyss, their fates unwritten, their scars a testament to the fungal dawn. Chapter 1: The Dustwolf Hunts. The Deadlands stretched out like a graveyard of rust and stone, a desert wind howling through the skeletal remains of what once was a megacity. Rain Dustwolf crouched atop a jagged slab of concrete, his gloved fingers tracing the edge of his kukri as he scanned the horizon. The sun hung low, a dull orange smear behind the haze of dust and fungal spores that clung to the air like a sickness. His goggles fogged slightly, and he wiped them with a thumb, the steampunk lenses clicking as they adjusted. Below, the ruins sprawled, crumbled medieval arches fused with twisted steel girders, their Art Deco flourishes long since peeled away by time and rot. He'd been tracking the runner pack for 2 days now. Shufflers were easy, slow, stupid, cannon fodder for any half-decent blade. But runners, they were bastards, quick as feral dogs, with just enough cunning to make you regret underestimating them. Rain's bright blue eyes narrowed as he spotted movement, a twitch of shadow between two leaning smokestacks. His pistol, a sleek hybrid of Kurt 45, rested heavy on his thigh, but he didn't draw it yet. Noise was death out here. His bunker wasn't far, 2 miles south, tucked beneath the fortified husk of an old police station. The underground garage was his sanctuary. A heavy iron door sealed it shut, its steam-powered lock hissing faintly when he fired it up. Inside, shelves of scavenged gear lined the walls, canned rations, a dented coffee pot, a stack of dog-eared books ranging from Beowulf to a tattered engineering manual. A cot sat beside a workbench cluttered with ammo casings and a half-repaired crossbow. His steam cycle rested in the corner, its brass pipes gleaming dully. Too loud for Deadlands runs, but a godsend for city trips. Rain shifted, his trench coat rustling against the ornate pauldrons on his shoulders. The armor was light, industrial-grade alloy beaten into a medieval shape, scratched and dented from years of bites and claws. It wasn't for bullets, it was for teeth. His half-mask filtered the spore-thick air, its armored plates cold against his bearded jaw. He adjusted the scoped Eisen semi-auto rifle slung across his back, the magazines strapped to his bicep clinking softly. A low growl snapped him from his thoughts. 50 yards off, a runner loped into view, gaunt, its fungal-crusted skin splitting around a jaw that hung too wide. 2 more flanked it, herding a trio of shufflers like sheepdogs with a flock. Rain smirked behind his mask. Clever little shits, he muttered, his voice a dry rasp. He slid the kukri from its sheath, the short, curved blade glinting faintly, and dropped silently to the cracked pavement below. The hunt was on. He moved like a ghost through the ruins, boots crunching softly on gravel as he flanked the pack. The lead runner paused, sniffing the air, its head jerking unnaturally as fungal tendrils pulsed beneath its flesh. Rain hurled a chunk of brick past it, a distraction, and darted behind a rusted steam pipe. The runner snarled, charging the noise, while the others scattered. Perfect. His coppice came free from its backpack sheath in one fluid motion, the heavy, cleaving blade slashing through the first shuffler's neck. Gore sprayed, black and thick with fungal sludge, splattering his coat. The second shuffler lunged, and he pivoted, driving his kukri up through its jaw. It twitched once and crumpled. The runners wheeled, screeching, but Rain was already moving, calculated, ruthless, a wolf in the dust. The lead runner leaped, claws raking the air. Rain ducked, slamming his pauldron into its chest and pinning it against a wall. His pistol barked once, a single shot punching through its skull, fungal brains oozing down the stone. The others hesitated, losing the pack leader, smart enough to fear, and Rain bared his teeth in a feral grin. "Come on, then," he taunted, holstering the gun and raising his blood-slick blades. "Let's dance." By the time the sun dipped below the horizon, 5 corpses lay at his feet, steaming in the cooling air. Rain wiped his coppice on a dead shuffler's rags, his mind already drifting. Coffee sounded good, maybe a splash of whiskey. He snorted softly, sheathing his weapons. Another day in the Deadlands survived, another hunt done time to get paid. But out there, beyond the ruins, something bigger stirred, something smarter, and Rain Dustwolf had no idea it was watching. That's it for now, pups. Like sub bell, you know how it works. If you've been wondering why no Avatar have been having issues with it, but I got tired of waiting and decided on this instead. So for now, see you all for the next chapters. Bye bye.